Welcome back. We had the new release today from DJI during the See the Bigger Picture event where they released two new drones, the Mavic 2 Zoom and the Mavic 2 Pro. Now, if you didn't get to watch that live stream, go ahead and check the link below. You'll find that, and that way you can see basically everything that we saw today while they unveiled those two new drones. With that said, there's a few differences between the new Zoom and the Pro models that DJI has released, as well as a few other details that we'd like to go over. Now, first off, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe below. We've got both the Pro and the Zoom coming in, so we'll be going through and doing a full review on both of those, as well as some comparisons to see the strengths and weaknesses of each drone. So let's start off with some differences between the two models. So we've got the Zoom model, which comes in at $1249. We have the Pro model at $1449. And then you've got the add-on kit, which is the Fly More combo, which is $319, and that's for either drone. Now, the new Mavic 2 Pro offers a 1-inch image sensor. It has an aperture range that ranges from f2.8 through f11 and offers 10-bit video. Now, what's awesome is this new 1-inch image sensor is going to be 4 times larger than the Mavic 2 or the existing Mavic Pro. Now, when we look at the image sensor on the Mavic 2 Zoom, we get the same size image sensor that we had on the Mavic Pro, which is 1 by 2.3 inches. But this time we get optical zoom. So you get 2x optical zoom, which is 24 to 48 millimeters, or an enhanced 4x zoom, which is 2x optical, and then 2x digital zoom. So you'll still end up with a full HD picture, so 1080p, but it's going to be a 96 millimeter equivalent zoom. Now, what's cool with this new 2x and 4x zoom options on the Mavic 2 Zoom is that you get a nice zoom dolly effect, which would be otherwise very difficult for you to try and achieve without having a lens that is capable of zooming. Now, I'm not going to say it's impossible to get a dolly zoom effect without a zoom lens, but it is more difficult and it doesn't quite have the same effect because you don't get that same image compression that you can when you have a lens that you can zoom in with. Now, as far as the two cameras are concerned, you're going to be getting much better low light performance out of the Pro model versus the Zoom. However, the Zoom model, of course, has zoom, so it's kind of a toss-up as far as which you're actually going to be able to utilize best and which one is going to be best for you. Now, it was thought before these two models were announced by DJI that it might have a swappable camera and gimbal on the drone itself. We found that that is not true. However, it's not impossible to swap out. So if you buy one model of the Mavic 2 and you want to swap to the other, you can purchase the camera gimbal replacement service through DJI, and you send your drone in and they will take care of swapping that out for you. So if you have the Zoom model and you want to upgrade to the Pro, you can do so, or if you want to go from the Pro down to the Zoom model, you can certainly do so. When you compare the Mavic 2 models to the original Mavic Pro, almost everything is improved. Video is improved, flight time is improved. They're claiming it's going to be a little bit quieter, or hopefully thereabouts, better OcuSync. So just about everything in general is better on the Mavic 2. It looks like size comparisons come in with the Mavic 2 being just slightly larger than the original Mavic Pro. DJI goggles will work with the Mavic 2. Of course, the drone is not waterproof, so don't fly it into water. When it comes to taking photos while recording video, you can't do so. Of course, many of us have had good luck with pulling an image from a 4K shot or even 1080, depending on what you're using it for, but there's nothing built in right now that allows you to take a photo or snapshot while recording video. One thing that I did find very interesting is that DJI has specified that the Mavic Pro controller, so the Mavic 1 controller, can be used with the Mavic 2. They said it doesn't work with it yet, but that possibility is coming up. So I'm not sure what details or limitations that might imply on the drone, but DJI themselves has mentioned that the Mavic Pro remote will be usable with the Mavic 2 drone. If you forget your controller at home, you will not be able to fly the drone. The Mavic 2 does not offer Wi-Fi control. Now, I can say from personal experience, I only use Wi-Fi control on my Mavic Pro maybe once or twice. The first time was just to try it out, and the second time actually was because I forgot the controller. Somehow that slipped my mind. So that's not in there, but I really don't see that being too big of an issue. Oh, and the other thing is that the Mavic 2 does have built-in memory. It has 8 gigabytes built in. I'd say that's almost laughable considering 4K footage and how much data that uses up. However, it is nice to have a little bit of extra memory built in there just in case you forget a memory card or something like that. You can still get a couple shots here and there. Now, one important thing I did want to go over is the new omnidirectional sensing system on the Mavic 2. It was, originally thought that it should have 360 views basically and protection. It does not. It has almost 360-degree coverage, but it sounds like DJI has mentioned that there might be a few blind spots on there. It can still see left, right, up, down, forward, backward, so it should be difficult to crash this drone, but not going to be impossible. So keep that in mind, that the drone does have omnidirectional, so it sees all around it, but it is not a complete full 360. Now, once again, as we get these two drones in, we'll find out the weaknesses, the strengths, and kind of put them head to head and compare it to the Mavic Pro Platinum. So I'm really looking forward to getting these drones in and getting them unboxed and flying them. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And if you have any other questions or comments for me, make sure you put those below.